Hey guys, welcome to a video rambling. This is when I talk about stuff which is personal. It's about YouTube as work and stuff like that. I just talk. This is unscripted, which is why I call it rambling. And some people seem to enjoy this. Usually get a few people that will come on and watch me, listen to me, I should say, talk about YouTube and things. Yeah, so let's talk about what's coming up in my life and YouTube. Everything affects each other. YouTube is a big part of my life. And stuff I do outside of YouTube often affects YouTube, and stuff I do in YouTube often affects outside of YouTube. But yes, the current content we got going on. This is cool. As you probably have noticed, I have been cutting down on content quite a lot. Well, yeah, I was hitting like 10 videos a day a month or so ago, and that was just too much. YouTube gets to a point. You can upload more videos in a day and get more views, but then it gets to a point where you're uploading an extra video, an extra hour's work, an extra few videos, whatever, and it's not worth what you get back out of it. YouTube takes a lot of time. It's a very expensive hobby when you take in consideration the uploading, electrics and stuff. You can't be getting like 10, 20, 30 views for several videos over the day and try to justify that. It's okay on certain videos like Stellaris. It's a new market. I've been uploading multiple videos. Maybe I should cut that out by now, but I want to get through my campaigns. People need to be watching this stuff, yes. So I did aim to cut down the content. I think I'm on, so today, in the last 24 hours, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 6 videos in a day, which is quite a lot still. But that's sort of like the maximum we're going to be getting at the moment. YouTube wise, CPMs, the revenue worth is really drastically crashing. It is ridiculous. Just to give you an example, I have got something out loaded for you here. Last year in May, I got 64,000 views for the whole month. So far in May, this is from about halfway through May when I took this, I reached the same thing. So I'm going to get approximately double the views this year as I did last year. And as you can see, the revenue is ridiculous. Last May, I got $79 in total. At the same view level this year, I've still only got 50, which is quite a shame. It is a real shame. This time last year was when I started to take up YouTube as a part-time job. I thought, hey, look at this. If I'm getting this much repayment for this much effort, and the YouTube channel continues to grow, then in the future this will be a viable part-time job. That was the plan. Unfortunately, as you can see, it has not worked out. Yeah, it has not worked out a lot at all. So yeah, that's a shame. YouTube-wise, gonna have to maybe not look into doing this as a part-time job in future, which is a shame. I do need finances to supply myself with food and electrics, etc. I took a punt on YouTube. Thought it might pay off and be a worthwhile part-time job, but it wants to die off. But that's why more and more people are advertising patrons now. I do have my own patron, which I have advertised several times. We have 4 people currently supporting me. There have been more people supporting me in the past who will not be forgotten. I think I've had 7 patrons in total. And Patreon is very good because even just $1 is more than I'm going to get from you watching my videos without adblock over an entire year. And adblock being the main issue here, if everybody who used adblock, which is approximately 2/3 of my viewers, so let's just say 2,000 people for a rough number, 2,000 people who I'm not getting advert revenue off. If those 2,000 people gave me $1 pledge on Patreon per month. $1, it's not exactly anything, really. But when you have loads of $1 put together, it collects into a worthwhile fund, which helps support and purchase food and things like that. That's what I like about Patreon. If you can get to work, if you get these other guys, these other big YouTube channels who already make a living off YouTube and they are now profiting even more off of Patreon. If you look at them, they've got thousands of people, or hundreds and thousands of people pledging just $1 a month. It adds up very fast. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that much of a subscriber base, and the rarity of somebody being willing to part with a simple dollar per month is It's pretty rare, so unfortunate that. But yes, I'm going to be advertising my Patreon a lot more, as I've already shown you the way advert revenue is really, really, really crashing down. I do have to advertise this. I've been very reluctant to advertise Patreon. I'm not a fan of the whole crowdfunding thing. I would be much more happy if I was able to just upload to YouTube and YouTube was self-sufficient in its own way. But unfortunately, that is no longer the case, and I have to put out things like this. So I'm probably going to make a dedicated video advertisement for Patreon, which I'll upload several times a month. The same sort of thing to hopefully get exposure to that. Hopefully, some guys will see it's worthwhile in supporting this content, because ultimately I'm having to cut back on the time I dedicate to YouTube uh, in order to participate in other work activities which I do in my life in order to support myself. So that will ultimately lead to less content. I probably be going down to maybe my content will be halved over the next few months. I'm not sure how much time I do dedicate. I'll of course try and record and upload as much as I can in the time I do allocate, but yes, less will be happening. There'll be the obvious CG Game of Thrones video a day, the obvious EU4 video a day, and hopefully a Hearts of Iron 4 per day. I've cut Mountain Blade Warband for now because that was the least worth my time video series I had going on, so I'm not even really playing that much anyway. But if I do something like a session on Napoleonic Wars, I'll upload that and stuff like that. But yes, ultimately YouTube has been pricing me out. But yes, that's enough about YouTube as economics and such. Let's talk about my life. I'm going back to Canada in a month. Yes, it's going to be very, very fun. Going back over to my home, which is lovely. My home in Canada. I'm in Nova Scotia, on north of Port Hawkesbury. If you've ever been there, Port Hawkesbury is where I buy all my food. I'm like a 30-minute drive from that. It's really cool. I like Canada. It is awesome. Go over there. My truck is broken, so I'll have to rent a car for like a month until I find something sorted. And that is bloody expensive. I'm going to be looking at nearly £2,000 just to rent a car for the first month. That is expensive. Yeah, Canada's going to be fun. I'm going to go over there. I've got to sort out. I've got a few tasks, so I'm going to be busy a lot more then. So my YouTube might even have even less content because I'll be very strapped on time. I have to sort out my septic systems and my plumbing. My sidings need to be redone on the property. If you're not familiar with Canadian property, they usually have sidings on. Mine are not currently on. They need to be replaced. I do have a waterproof, is it Gore-Tex breathable material around the edge, so it looks like my place is being fumigated constantly. But yeah, that's perfectly fine. Let's get over there. I need to sort out my internet as well because my internet over there is not currently working. Usually when I had internet in Canada, I would be going to the golf club and sitting around and having it over there, but I've got to get it wired up. I'm in the forest, so I need to get the big old wood poles and the wires. I need to connect it to my house, get all the internet, I think it's called, sorted out. So that'd be really fun. But yeah, Canada's it's gonna be lovely. Back over there, I hate England. I hate the life in England. I've been in the south of England for quite a while now, quite a few months, probably over a year now. Yeah, over a year. When in England, I have travelled and visited places, but actually based in England this time, and I'm not a fan. The weather is all over the place. I either like a nice big storm or a bit of warmth, but this is just miserable. I don't like how all the buildings are all right next to each other. You got no space between people living. The air is all industrial, it's dust. It affects my breathing. I'm not too happy with that at all. I don't like the people as much either. People are so. I don't like people in general, but I prefer the Canadian company. And also, root beer is bloody expensive over here. I have to pay £1.50, which is like $3 Canadian per root beer. It's ridiculous. I want to have that good A&W root beer. I want to have some of that. What's the other root beer I have? The other root beer I have, and I want to have some Jersey milk chocolates, but I don't actually sell that over here. I have to import it through Amazon US all the way over here, and it ends up costing like £2 or $4 per bar. It's just, come on, let me go over to Canada and have some cheap chocolate. Yeah, so we're going there soon. It's gonna be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Otherwise, the only other things I'm doing in my life at the moment is watching Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad I've enjoyed, it's been pretty cool. I'm up to the episode where they had to spend the whole thing trying to get a fly, which is like season 3, episode 10, or something like that. That's where I'm at, so I've got another couple of seasons to go. I'm enjoying Breaking Bad, and not as much as I enjoy historical dramas. I like stuff like Game of Thrones and Borgia and the Tudors, Vikings and Marco Polo. Those shows I loved very much. And yeah, the actor for Merry Trant in Game of Thrones is in 3 of those. He's in the Tudors, and he's in Vikings. Yeah, if you like Merry Trant, if he's one of your favorite Game of Thrones characters, he is in those shows as well. He plays a king in Vikings, and he plays a Master at Arms in the Tudors. Very cool bloke. But yes, that's what I've really got to talk about. We've been through the revenue, we've been through Canada, we've been through the stuff. Oh yes, the actual content going out. I have a long House Stark series going over the next month. It's a role play. It's a casual role play. I was just playing for a few days, chilling out. I didn't go out of my way to be conquering everywhere. I just chilled out. I role played to the characters. Had a bit of fun with one guy and then the other guy. We are playing as Starks, and Starks die all the time, so it's pretty fun trying to keep the family line afloat while actually role playing as Stark and going off to fight my own honourable battles and things. This is very fun. Also, Hearts of not EU Open Universalis 4 playing as Hungary. That's going to be going for quite a while. I try out a new recording method with that, and it lets me get a lot more done because, like I said, I am reducing the time I put into YouTube at the moment due to reasons. But yes, Hearts of Iron 4 and European Universalis 4 as Hungary, I really enjoy. I do get a bit ragey, and I have been trying to cut down on the rage I put in my videos recently. I've been trying to discipline myself on swearing and raging and trying to make it a more enjoyable session, but yeah, it's just sometimes I do rage. Hearts of Iron 3, Horrid Hitler. I think that was that the last video, or was there a 7th? I don't remember. But yeah, Hearts of Iron 3, I enjoy it, but not for long. Hopefully Hearts of Iron 4 will be more good, because Hearts of Iron 3, you look at the screen, it's just ugly. The screen puts you off. I had the same issue with Victoria 2. It's so complex. It's a game I would need to play for many, many hours just to learn. And I feel sorry for the guys trying to educate me in the comment section, because genuinely I had already finished playing and I didn't have any intentions to go back and learn it. So sorry to you guys dedicating your time into educating me. But yeah, Victoria and Hearts of Iron 3, they are done. You'll probably never see the likes again on the YouTube channel. Hearts of Iron 4, I'm really excited for. I'm going to play an introductionary campaign where I just learn and get used to the menus and the screens as Canada, chill out for a bit. And I'll do something else where I actually try to play for real. Not sure whom. I like the idea of Australia, trying to make them a bit more powerful and taking over islands, but I'd probably just get wrecked. I don't know. The thing is, as soon as the game comes out, all the YouTubers are going to be doing the Germanys, the Britain, the France, the Russia, the US, the Japan. They're going to be the main powers. Maybe you'll get a guy playing as Poland. Maybe Toriel will play as Poland. That'd be cool, seeing him play as his historical land. I assume Toriel will spend the, if he does get early access, like me and him did last time with Stellaris, so he'll just learn the game and get 100 hours in the first 4 days or something ridiculous. And then he'll play as Poland and probably win it first time on YouTube, and it'd be kind of good for him. I'd enjoy watching that. But yeah, I'll just upload my new campaign, learning and play the game, because that's what I like. Some people like that content. You can only experience the game for the first time once, and personally, I'll tell you guys to do that yourself instead of watching a YouTuber. But if you are going to watch a YouTuber, watch me learn and play the game for the first time myself, because that is something you'll only get to see once. You can watch any YouTuber at any time play the game whilst knowing how to do it, but watching a guy learn how to do it, you only get that once. And most YouTubers are too scared to look bad on their content to actually upload that stuff, so there's a good chance you'd only find it with me. So there you go. Hearts of Iron 4. Stellaris is on cutback. I got burnt out on it. It's a good game at first when you're learning how to play it and stuff, and it's very enjoyable, but after a bit, it really did not interest me so much. Like I sort of predicted, I predicted it was going to be the kind of thing that I'd play once and then not really want to play again, and it seems to be that. I have got a multiplayer, which we'll be uploading sometime in the future. Not sure when, I can't exactly hide it, it's right there. But that'll probably be the only Stellaris content I upload, because single player campaigns. I've already conquered the galaxy. It's no secret. It was on Reddit and got like 200 upvotes. I think I was the first documented guy to actually conquer the galaxy, even though it was just a medium star. But yeah, that was cool. Anyway, that'll do for this video. I've spoken through everything I really need to, so thank you guys for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time, and keep an eye on those Patreon adverts, because stuff like that, supporting this as a part-time job, is very important at the moment. So yes, thank you for taking time and supporting the channel so far and stuff like that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.